Depression is a common mental health disorder that affects millions of people worldwide. But what exactly is depression? Let's break down. Depression is a mood disorder that causes persistent feelings of sadness and loss of interest in activities. It can affect how you think, feel, and handle daily. Please watch this.
I wake up, puddle of sweat. I have nightmares and I get back into bed. It's like these voices just keep playing on repeat in the back of my head, and I can't get them to leave me alone. 30 years old, but still hates being alone when I'm home, because that's when the voices get the loudest. Opening up like this is a moment far from my proudest, but these demons keep pressing me. I swear they're the foulest, but I've grown comfortable with their presence. My conscience is calloused. My dreams are their playground, my thoughts are their palace. I try to evict them, they return with more. Anxiety isn't an item you can return at the store.
Common symptoms of depression include feelings of hopelessness, changes in appetite or weight, difficulty sleeping or oversleeping, and thoughts of self-harm or suicide.
Hopeless, pessimistic, or irritable. Sometimes there's thoughts of suicide and feelings of guilt, worthlessness, or helplessness. Some experience disinterest in hobbies and activities they used to enjoy. These symptoms can get in the way of everyday activities. Treatment for depression can be long-term, but there are many effective options out there.
When you are exposed to severe and chronic stress, like people experience when they have depression, you lose some of the connections between the nerve cells, and the communication in these circuits becomes inefficient and noisy. Because of the noisy communication in the circuits involved in regulating mood and emotion, we think that the loss of these synaptic connections contributes to the biology of depression.
Fortunately, there are effective treatments for depression, including therapy, medication, and lifestyle changes. It's important to seek help if you or someone you know is struggling with depression. Remember, you are not alone in your battle with depression. There is hope and help available. Reach out and take that first step towards healing.
See with people who suffer from depression, and I'm not making a blanket statement about the cause of depression because there's lots of them, is that people who don't have enough order in their life tend to get overwhelmed. So for example, if someone comes into me and to see me and they say they're depressed, I always ask them a very standard set of questions. Do you have a job? If you don't have a job, you're really in trouble in our society. First of all, your biological rhythms tend to go off the rails right away because there's no reason to go to bed at any particular time and there's no reason to get up. And for many people, if they don't get up at the same time, they foul up the functioning of their circadian rhythms, and that's enough to make them depressed right off the bat, especially if they start napping during the afternoon. They also don't have a purpose. People aren't good without a purpose. And this isn't hypothesizing. We absolutely understand the circuitry that underlies positive emotion. We know how it works. Almost all the positive emotion that any of you are likely to experience in your life will not be a consequence of attaining things. It will be a consequence of seeing that things are working as you proceed towards a goal you value. That's completely different. And you need to know this because people are often stunned. For example, they finish their PhD thesis and their presupposition is that they're going to be elated for a month, and often instead they're actually depressed, and they think, what the hell, I've been working on this for 7 years and I handed it in, and what do I do now? And that's what depresses them, right? It's the what do I do now? Well, they're fine if they enjoyed it, pursuing the thing. As long as it was working out, they get a lot of enthusiasm and excitement out of that because that's how our nervous systems work. Most of your positive emotion is goal pursuit emotion. If you take drugs like cocaine or amphetamine, the reason they're enjoyable is because they turn on the systems that help you pursue goals. That's why people like them. So if you don't have a job, you got no structure, that's not good. Plus, you tend not to have a point. So you're overwhelmed by chaotic lack of structure and you don't have any positive emotion. Well, do you have any friends? So sometimes you see people who are depressed, they have no job, they have no friends, they have no intimate relationship, they have an additional health problem, and they have a drug and alcohol problem. My experience has been if you have 3 of those problems, it's almost impossible to help you. You're so deeply mired in chaos that you can't get out because you make progress on one front and one of your other problems pulls you down.
But don't worry, there are treatments available if you make yourself ready. Treatments for depression include psychotherapy, medications like antidepressants, lifestyle changes like regular exercise, balanced diet and adequate sleep, mindfulness practices like meditation and yoga. Support groups and peer support can also be beneficial. In severe cases, electroconvulsive therapy or transcranial magnetic stimulation may be considered. But don't forget to consult a healthcare professional to create a personalized treatment plan.
Take some time off, even if it's just for a day on the weekend or something.
Be patient with yourself. We all go through hard times, and don't let anyone tell you or discourage you from what you're going through.
Every day I'll write down the things that I'm grateful for, and when I'm in those dark places, even if I don't believe it, I will just look at that list and say it out loud and remind myself it's going to be okay and you have so much to live for.
Give yourself a break. Be strong, move forward and decide to be happy. Then you know what? You win. And smile. Thank you so much for watching, I appreciate your support. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content. See you next time.